Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about parrot nutrition.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now you may be asking yourself, why is it that you're holding a goat if you're talking about parrot nutrition? I don't know. I thought it'd be a cool intro. This is Billy. Let's go put him back.
Bye, Billy. Bye.
Now I'm full of goat hair. All right, so let's talk about what we're here for, and that is parrot nutrition. I think that we all go through the same exact thought when we get a new parrot, and that is, what are we gonna feed it? There's so many options on the market: seeds, pellets, different type of seed mixes, different types of pellets. What is going to be best for your bird? Here behind me, we have a variety of mutations of Quaker parrots, also known as monk parakeets. And these birds, when I purchased them, they were already used to a pellet diet, and that is exactly what they are on right now. Pellet diets are perfect for birds. It's one of those things where it's such a balanced diet and you don't have to worry about diseases that may come due to a nutritional deficiency, which more often than not happens when you have your parrots on seeds. The problem with seeds is that parrots tend to pick the ones that they want to eat. They'll scatter around those seeds. They'll start to throw away the ones that they don't want. You have a lot of mess. You have a lot of good seeds that go to waste. With pellets, you avoid all of those issues because the birds are eating the same exact thing day in and day out. And once they get used to this pellet mix or this pellet diet, it becomes so much easier to take care of them. Not only are they going to be overall healthier, but the birds are going to waste less food, and it's going to be easier for you as a breeder. Now, like I mentioned earlier, these birds are all on a pellet diet, and that is thanks to the breeder that had him prior to myself. Luckily, he went through all the hard work of getting these birds used to a pellet diet. So I didn't have to worry about converting them from seeds to pellets like I have to do with some of the ones that I have back in the bird room. We'll talk about those a little bit later on in the video when we go to the bird room. And the pellet diet is very simple. It consists of 70% pellets, which they receive around the afternoon, and then in the morning they still get their vegetables and fruits. And this is going to consist of about 25% vegetable and 5% fruit. You want to make sure that you always offer more vegetables than fruits because fruits usually are higher in sugar content, and this can make your birds fat. All right guys, so let's go to the bird room now. Let's take a look at the ones that I have over there. Now explain a little bit better how it is that I am converting those birds, which are basically mainly on a more of a seed diet, and how I'm going to be converting them over to the pellet diet to avoid those nutritional deficiencies that may come from those seeds. All right, now for those of you who are wondering what it is that I am feeding them here, this is their daily fresh vegetables with a little bit of fruit added to it. Now the fruits that I chose for this one are going to be just apples. I added one apple to this, but the majority of everything else that is in here is just fresh cut vegetables. And this is something that is very important for the nutrition of parrots. Parrots love both vegetables and fruits, but you have to be careful when you give them fruits because parrots in the wild generally don't get fruits that are ripe in the way that we consume our fruits, like for example apples, grapes, stuff like that. Those are very high in sugar content, and you have to be careful giving them those higher sugar content fruits because it could make them fat. So you have to be careful with that. So it's always good to go with a variety of different types of vegetables, especially the vegetables that are high in carotene. For example, the carrots, the yams, stuff like that that are reddish, orange, yellowish in color. Those are going to be very good for them. When you give them fruits, try to give them a little bit, not too much. And if you do have the opportunity of giving them fruits, they prefer the greener fruits. This is something that they do in the wild. In the wild, the parrots will go after the greener fruits because they try to get these while they're still green to avoid any type of competition with whether it's monkeys or other birds, etc. And these green fruits are very low in sugar, so as you can see, it doesn't affect them in the wild. So in captivity, you have to be very careful when giving fruits. More often than not, fruits should be a form of treat. So this is something that I give early morning. They get their vegetables with a little bit of fruit, and then in the evening, they get their seeds. Let me show you some of the different types of seeds and pellet mix that these birds are eating, since the majority or practically all of the birds that I have here were on a seed diet from previous owners. There are some that are used to a little bit of pellets, but let me show you what I've been doing here. So pretty much what I have is this container where I'm mixing the stuff. That is the mix that I'm currently giving them. It has a little bit of everything because the majority of these birds are in the parakeet family. So they need some of the smaller millet. It has sunflower, it has safflower, it has canary seed, it has some oats, and it also has the pellets that they need. So little by little, I am converting all of them to pellet, but you can't do that right off the bat. You can't just get a bird that's used to eating seed, throw pellets in their container and expect them to eat it, because many of them won't touch the pellets at first. And it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days before they decide to go for it, and this can cause problems. So you have to start to do a mix. What I like to do personally is I start off with a 50-50 mix. I give them 50% seed, 50% pellets. And then little by little, I start to decrease the amount of seeds that I add and start to increase the amount of pellets that I give them. Another thing that you can do is once you give them the pellet and the seed mix at a 50-50 rate, 50% seed, 50% pellet, what you end up doing is the birds on the first day will eat all of the seeds pretty much, or eat as much seeds as they can. On day number 2, you pull that container out, you blow away all the seed husks that are there, and there's gonna be a little bit of seeds and a lot of pellets. Put that back in without adding any fresh seeds or without adding any fresh pellets. The birds are going to be obligated to start eating those pellets as they become hungry. And you could do that for about 2 days. Then you pull it out, you blow away all the seed husks that there is. You can add some more of the mix that you have, put it back in for those birds that may not be willing to eat the pellets. And little by little, with a lot of patience and a lot of time, you'll start to convert these birds to an all pellet diet. All right, guys, well, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Like always, if you did, remember to hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and we'll see each other in the next one. Bye.